Hi guys. So I would really appreciate if you would just ignore how thick and awkward I look in my glasses. I'm really insecure about it. Typically, I would much rather never, ever, ever come onto a camera for the world to see with these on. But I need for my vision to be at the utmost perfection and incredibly crispy because I need to apply my first tattoo today on someone else. Some of you have already seen my first tattoo on myself, and now today is the day where I am confidently going to apply my first tattoo on another living being. It's a human, not an animal or anything like bad or anything. My first official tattoo was on myself, but my second tattoo in the history of me tattooing is going to be on someone else today. So I definitely don't want the way that I look to affect my performance. So I don't look that cute, but hopefully my tattoo does. Okay, so we've decided that we would love to tattoo Uncle Fester. So we were initially going to do this Uncle Fester. I thought it would make for a really awesome tattoo because the contrast is super high and there's lots of detail. So the detail could very easily translate into a really sweet tattoo. But I feel like at my skill level right now, I'm not so sure that I would be able to execute this and be proud of myself. I feel like if I was to execute this today, I would not be satisfied with the work that I put out. So I definitely feel like an artist's portfolio is only as good as their clients, because if your clients don't pick good tattoos for you to tattoo, but your portfolio won't look so nice because you're doing the same basic tattoos that other people have already done. And I think it's very important as an artist to do things that are more original, because no one wants to have the same tattoo as somebody else. You want to be unique, you know? So I was definitely trying to find an Uncle Fester photo that I have not seen before. And this was the one that I was like, yeah. And we both agreed like, yeah. But then I was thinking, I feel like the amount of detail in his face, I would probably mess it up. I'm sure if I really, really tried hard, I could probably do it. But I'm scared, and I would rather my first tattoo on someone else be something that where I don't feel so nervous about it. I would like to pick my first tattoo on someone else to be not so detailed, you know, so I don't feel as stressed out. There's so many different things to be stressed out about in this situation with my first tattoo on someone else that I definitely don't want the reference photo to be giving me extra challenges. So it's unfortunate, but we have to do a hard pass on this reference photo of Uncle Fester. But it's fine because I could always tattoo this Uncle Fester on somebody else when my skills get a bit higher and I get more confident in myself. So we chose the more popular Uncle Fester because his face doesn't have as much detail. This Uncle Fester is the more popular Uncle Fester that I've seen tattooed quite a few times, but the image is a lot cleaner and it has definitely a lot less challenges, I feel. His ruffled shirt, don't get me wrong, definitely has some challenges in them, but I feel like it's more forgiving than his face in the other one. And I feel like for my first tattoo on someone else, I don't want to give myself an extra challenge with the reference photo when I already am going to be facing many, many other challenges when it comes to tattooing. We're gonna put it on his thigh in an incognito place, so worst case scenario, no one will ever see it. Well, someone I'm sure will probably see it, but you won't have to worry about being like self-conscious about an ugly tattoo because it will be somewhere where no one really looks at it. So I'm gonna have some lunch right now. I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna have some lunch right now, and then I'm gonna stencil up this image of Uncle Fester. I'm gonna tattoo him tonight when my son goes to sleep. I would much rather tattoo him in the daytime, but my schedule right now with my son, I will have more time uninterrupted if I tattoo him at night. So when my son goes to sleep tonight, I'm gonna tattoo this onto him. So if you wanna see how that goes, then just stick around. If you care, this is my lunch. I'm gonna have a coffee and then peppers and onions. I'm gonna put some butter on my steak, and that's my lunch. I am so nervous. Like I'm not sure about this. I just wanna say that I am very, very scared. I'm very nervous about this. I can't take myself seriously in these classes, okay? I'm just gonna take them off. I can't see you, but I see you. I'm talking to you, but I can't actually see you. So I feel like tattoo artists, like they have to have this great deal of confidence. Like in order to apply a really awesome tattoo, you need to be like super confident, not cocky, but super confident in yourself, because you can't have any doubt. And I am not that kind of person. I'm constantly second guessing myself in like everything that I do. So being a tattoo artist is gonna be challenging for me. Tattooing tonight is going to be, I just have to do it. The more I do it, the better I will get, the more confident I will get in myself. I feel like in order for me to be like a really great artist, I need to have like positive self-talk. I need to be like, I am amazing. I am awesome. I am a great artist. I am a fantastic artist. I am going to be a great tattoo artist. I'm going to create stellar tattoos. Rachel, you are going to be amazing. You are just so good, so great. You just have natural talents and natural gifts, and you are going to be unstoppable. Just wait. Patience, child. Patience. This is going to be my self-talk. My positive self-talk, so I can apply a really awesome tattoo tonight. Like as I'm setting up my station, I'm going to tell myself these things. I know I sound crazy, but that's just what I'm gonna have to do, because I need to have confidence. Just to let you guys know, if you guys don't know already, I am in Eastern Europe, so what I'm gonna do with my whole setup over here is kind of inappropriate, but when I get to the States, I will purchase the proper furniture for my clients. I will have a more sanitary setup for my clients when I'm in America, but for now, I'm not gonna purchase tattoo furniture because I have to get on an airplane. But I do wonder what like traveling artists do when they go to people's houses. Like how do you have your station set up? I mean, I don't know, I have to like look more into that, but I'm just gonna wrap everything up as best as I can, and I'll just do that for now until I leave. So I'm gonna do the stencil. I'm gonna draw up the stencil right now. I need my glasses to even turn off the camera. Make this the size that I think it should be. So if this is a piece of paper, it shouldn't be bigger than my hand for sure. So I'm just gonna guess that it should look like it should be like this size. And then I'm going to sort of make it listen, I am a clown, you guys. Like I didn't realize that you have to buy a certain Apple Pencil for a specific iPad. This iPad I've had for like maybe 3 years now, and I didn't know that you have to buy the first generation pencil in order to use this. Like, this is what I did. I'm going to show you right now. So I got this pencil not realizing that it only works for the newer generations of iPad, and I'm upset. Then on top of all that, I got my name on it, so I don't think that I can return it, but it's fine. One day I will be able to get a new iPad, and then this pencil will come to great use. So I'm just gonna put it aside for now, and I'm just using my finger to do this. So it's fine. I definitely want to like eliminate as much of this as I possibly can, because that's just extra unnecessary work. I'm actually gonna do even more. Did I cut off anything important? No, okay. So I mean, I'm freehanding my stencils anyway, so it's not like I really need a pencil like mandatory. And I'm doing portraits, so it's not like super important. I think that's pretty good. For the background of the tattoo, I'll just blend out the blacks going around, and that should be fine. So I'm gonna print this out. Actually, let me just save it. I don't know which ones to save it. I'm gonna print this out now and see if I need to like change the contrast or anything. Okay, so I'm just going to print it out. I'm gonna print it once, like portrait, and then I'm gonna print it once, landscape. I'm not sure if that's too big. It's probably good. Let's see what this one. This one's slightly smaller, like just a smidge. See, this one looks like it's more stretched out, like it's wider. This one looks more narrow. This portrait, landscape. I feel like I prefer this. Or is that better? I decided that I prefer the portrait way. I made it a lot brighter too so I can make my stencil, because if you see on these, it's a lot harder to see his ear and the shape of his head. It's too dark over here. So I'm gonna use this one to make a stencil. Alright, so let me begin stenciling.
Leaving all my worries, I prepare for something new. Whatever it was that held me back, I'm sure it wasn't true. Holding.
I need to research more about how to do stencils properly, but at the same time, I don't think there is a proper way to do stencils, because you need to be able to understand what it is, like what your map is. So it's fine. This is good for me.
On and on, I'm moving on and on.
So here's the thing. Yesterday I started on this fake skin, and I was thinking this could be my station area, but I'm gonna have him be over here on the bed, so that's not gonna be comfortable to go back and forth from the table to the bed. So I think I'm just gonna leave that there for now. Then I'm gonna use that over there as my station. I'm just gonna wrap it up and it's gonna be fine. And this glass sheet that I was gonna use for my station, it's too big for that anyway, so it's fine. I'm just gonna do it that way. So I need to clean all this up right now. So this is my son's mattress that I bought him, obviously to sleep on, but he refuses to sleep on it. He just jumps on it. I breastfed my son till he was like 2.5, so he doesn't know what it's like to sleep on his own. So he doesn't use it. So I figured this, I could wrap it, you know, wrap it with stuff, and this could be like a level up for my back at least, you know, because that bed over there, it's just 2 mattresses put together, so it's pretty low to the ground. So this is gonna be at least help my back. Yeah.
Is my location sweet as well my destination? If you're looking to begin, then look no further than within. I'm satisfied with what I've got and still eager for more. The change that you've been looking for will come knock on your door. On and on. On and on. On and on.
You can go look. You're gonna see this whole white.
On and on.
Just sit down for a bit, let that dry. Let me just finish setting up.
I'm a selfish kind of person, with a soul trying to fly. I aim to break the laws of nature and learn to love before I die. I was naked then, I'm naked
This is actually the second day. The first day, I basically did like 2 lines on him and he started screaming because I was doing it wrong. So we took a break for the night and decided to come back to the tattoo today. So I started off on a clean section of skin, and things are now going great. This is what you've seen so far. I think I understand what I'm doing now, and what happened was my needle I was going too deep into the skin. My needle was way too deep, and also my power supply was way too high. So I turned my power supply down to a 5. And now I'm at like a 5.5, so everything's going pretty smooth right now. So we're stopping to have lunch. I'll show you our lunch. Just making some spinach with onions. We're gonna eat some sausage with spinach, onions, and some butter. Cool stuff. And then we're gonna get back to it. I'm gonna put some milk in it. It's gonna be like an orange creamsicle.
Close your eyes, hear the voice within calling. This heavy load got under your skin, hauling. You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feelings bottled up inside, heading for collision in the night. To really live, you gotta die. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors, colors, colors. Right. Moments pass, make this one count. Untie. You're so good at dragging yourself down. Why? Well, there ain't much time left to figure things out. Deep underneath all the laser, your doubts. There's a heart gone out of rhythm in despair. Held underwater, fine for air. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors, colors, colors around. You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feet.
So right now I just want to give you guys like my final thoughts on this tattoo that I just did today. So let's start off with me saying that I am very grateful and very appreciative of this person volunteering to be my guinea pig and allowing for me to apply my first tattoo on him. He saw the tattoo that I did on myself and he was open-minded to it, sort of. It took me a really long time to convince him to let me tattoo him. I just kind of kept nagging him and begging over and over and over to please let me practice tattooing. I'm never gonna get good at tattooing if I don't actually practice tattooing. So he finally gave in and allowed for me to practice on him. But that, I feel like, really determined a lot in how this tattoo came out, because it's a bit difficult, I feel, to sort of apply a painful procedure on somebody who doesn't even want it. he's not interested in tattoos, and he did not want a tattoo. He was just going along with it just to help me. It wasn't because he actually wanted a tattoo. So the entire time it's like fighting against him, trying to convince him that this is what's supposed to be happening right now. And also in this situation, I feel like this is why it's so important to have a mentor like hovering over your shoulder and calling out if you're doing something wrong. Because there's times when he's like screaming and doesn't want to sit, and it's like I'm not sure if he just can't take the pain or if I'm doing something wrong. And if there was somebody who knows what they're doing hovering over me, or someone who's there who knows what they're doing and who I can ask questions to, I would be able to either ignore him screaming and just continue what I'm doing, or stop what I'm doing wrong and fix what I'm doing wrong. There were so many instances when I was applying this tattoo that I just was second guessing myself over and over, and I just kept telling him to let me know when I'm hurting him, because I felt like if I was hurting him then I was doing something wrong. But then towards the end I'm just like, dude, like, it's a tattoo, it's not gonna not hurt at all, so just deal with it. And he was like screaming most of the time. Like, he was definitely not very comfortable, and he definitely did not enjoy this tattoo at all. I feel really bad, but I am really appreciative of him going through this for me for the sake of my growth. So another thing as to why I feel like the tattoo looks like it was so rushed, and that's literally because it was so rushed. I know you're supposed to start from the bottom right hand side of the tattoo and work your way up to the top of the tattoo. You're not supposed to work and hop all over the place, all over the tattoo, for many reasons. One of them because of pain. Once you tattoo one spot, you can't just like hop back to it, because the person's gonna be in pain. Once you open that wound, like, it starts to heal up right away. So me hopping all over the place was mostly because I was trying to hurry up, because he was in so much pain and didn't want to sit there. So I would just try to like quickly put in the important parts of the tattoo, just so I can, if anything, if he wouldn't sit for it, I could at least like finish, air quotes, finish the tattoo. But because I did that, it's like I kept going back to certain spots because they needed way more detail, and that was causing him pain, and I was very unsatisfied with what I was doing. So just from the beginning, because he didn't want to sit for it, it's like the whole tattoo was incredibly rushed and just sloppy. So I definitely learned from that also. I definitely need a lot more practice. I definitely have so much more that I need to know and so much more that I need to learn. I think another reason why I struggle with this tattoo is because the size. Because doing a tattoo that size on someone that doesn't want a tattoo, on top of that, me not having much confidence in my skill level when applying this tattoo, like all those things mixed together made for a really shaky, scratcher-esque tattoo. Looking at the tattoo in person, it's really not that bad, but just looking at it like in the footage, like in the pictures of it, I'm definitely not proud of it at all. Like, he's not really giving me Uncle Fester vibes. Like, he's pretty much giving me more so Back to the Future. So, I mean, the thing is though, like, he actually likes his tattoo, so that's important. Like, he's not unhappy with it at all. He thinks he looks great. He thinks it looks like Uncle Fester, and he's happy with it. So at least, you know, the person who has to wear the tattoo is not upset. I am, but he's not at all, so that's good. But like, just like the tattoo that I did on myself, once that thing heals, I can always go back into it. It'll be easier once it heals, because then he won't be in so much pain, and I can like spend more time on the parts that need to be fixed, you know? So I definitely have a lot of work to do. I definitely have a lot more that I need to learn, but I will say that I am happy that I finally tattooed somebody. And I have some more people lined up to come get tattooed. So they say it's like 10,000 hours or something like that. It's like a 10,000 hour rule to master a craft. Like, no one's just gonna pick up a guitar after reading about how to play guitar for a month and then start playing Gojira. Like, you're not just gonna just start busting out. Like, it's like after a month of reading about how to play piano, you're not gonna sit down at a piano finally and then just start playing Beethoven. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, you have to practice it over and over and over and over and over again. It's just my first time, and if we're going by the 10,000 hour rule thing, I'm only at maybe like hour 8 or 9. So I can't expect for my work to even be good at all. I can't expect for my work to be smooth. I'm surprised that I'm doing what I'm doing at this point. I feel like my next tattoo that I do, I need to make it significantly smaller, and I also need to practice tattooing on people who actually want tattoos, because practicing tattooing on someone who doesn't even want the tattoo, they don't want to sit for it. Like, it's like after an hour, they're like, he was ready to like go after like 1 hour, and like he was like crying the entire time. So someone had told me my power supply is too high, so I lowered my power supply all the way down to a 5, and then I eventually put it up to a 5.5, and then eventually to a 6. And then also my needle depth was too, like, my needle was hanging out way too much, so I pulled my needle back significantly, and from there I noticed he wasn't in so much pain. So so I definitely like learned a lot from doing this tattoo, but there's just so much more to know that I can't expect for myself to just bust out of nowhere my first tattoo on someone else and it be good. My first tattoo on myself wasn't good, so I can't expect for my first tattoo on somebody else to be good either. So I just need to just chill out. I just need to chill and just keep practicing, and to keep researching and keep practicing, and eventually I'll get good at it. But I also think it's really cool to sort of document all of this, because like a year from now, like 5 years from now, I'm gonna look back at all this and like, I'm gonna laugh. I'm just gonna be like, I can't believe that my tattoos look like that. I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, I was so bad at tattooing. I'm so much better now. And be like, if I only knew that I should have did this, this, and this, then it probably wouldn't have looked like that. But another problem is, like, I now know why lots of artists, they wear lamps on their heads. Like, I've seen artists have like the headband lamp so they can actually like see what they're actually tattooing, because it's like you have to keep touching the lamp and like moving the lamp. It's a lamp gonna fall off. The lamp was like all over the place. I couldn't see, and then he's like uncomfortable, and then my gray wash wasn't anything like I had hoped it to be. That's why the tattoo is so dark, because I kept trying to make it, I don't know what I was doing. I just kept trying to go for the exact tone that I thought needed to go where it went, but it always ended up being too dark after I would layer it. Like, that's why he has like a mustache. Like, it's not like a shadow, it's like a mustache, but I didn't mean for it to be like that. There are so many things that I did with this tattoo that I just wish that I did not, but I learned a lot. That's important. That's why I put it somewhere where no one's really gonna see. So okay. But you know, you gotta start somewhere. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys checking out my stuff, and I will see you guys, or talk to you, or yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video that I put out. Bye.